Awesome sauce. All right, guys, this is our kickoff call for, oh gosh, November. And we've got one more of these before the year is over. So this is super exciting. Um, and truly, you guys, the way that I'm seeing these newer coach training calls for me as we move forward is really an opportunity. Number one, best practice leaders for any customers and PCs, well, really PCs that are doing some coach behaviors that are ready to potentially upgrade to start helping other people. This is an excellent opportunity to really show them what exactly we do as coaches and how simple it really is. Once you already have a grasp of the foundation of your journey, taking care of yourself and sharing that journey, if you have a grasp and a solid foundation of that, then coaching others and just building on that is a natural progression, number one, but it's really not that much more stuff to add to the pile. The biggest pebble on the pile, I think, is learning how to take care of ourselves. So if you have PCs who have a good grasp of that, it's time to start talking to them in the coming months and weeks about converting to becoming a coach and helping others, especially as we're getting close to a new year. This is a great time to learn the ins and outs so that when the new year comes, they can really, go running full force. Okay. The other way that I see this right now is if you're a coach who is not hitting Success Club every single month, I don't care what rank you are, but if you're not hitting Success Club every single month and bringing in new PCs or coaches in a sort of cadence that works for you and your goals, this is for you because truly on the back end of things right now. I'm kind of revamping some new coach getting started trainings and new coach onboarding systems, and really it's a 3-month process. And if you can figure out how to be consistent for 3 months in a row, there's nothing else I can teach you. It's literally just doing that over and over and over again. So if you're on this call and you haven't been hitting Success Club or you haven't been rank advancing the way that you want to, this is all applicable information for you, regardless of how long you've been in this business. It says new coaches, but you guys, in my journey, I had to know and re-know and relearn and learn and be a part of every training that I possibly could get my fingers on in the beginning, because it took me a while to get my feet going. Okay. So very simple, you guys. We overcomplicate this. Even if you're on the call right now, I guarantee that you overcomplicate this. It's so simple. And it comes down to belief. First, we coach ourselves. And most every single person that I personally would upgrade to become a coach, now that we have PCs and now that we have coaches, I would never, ever, ever try to upgrade somebody from PC to coach if they weren't coaching themselves first. If they're not committed to a program and documenting their journey, or maybe, at least showing up on their journey in the bod groups, right? That's the foundation. And so if we aren't coaching ourselves first, there's no way that we can truly add to that pile and coach others. So it's committing to a program, documenting the journey that we talked about last night on social media, which is not just sharing a workout clip anymore, right? But like actually documenting their full journey, reading and listening to podcasts that pull greatness out of you, being coachable and hungry to learn. The success of your business truly is found in your fitness and your mindset journey. So if your business has hit a plateau or a blah, I guarantee your fitness and your health has hit a plateau or a blah. They go hand in hand, okay? Second, inviting people to join us. Okay, in the beginning of my business, it was messy, imperfect action. I was saying the wrong things. I was word vomiting, right? I was just doing the things because all I really needed were more people to join me so that I had the accountability to stick this out, right? The more people that join me, the more I can't go anywhere because I am literally serving others. Okay. So inviting others to do this with us and then helping them get results. That's literally coaching. 3 things: us, inviting people to do it with us, help them get results. Wash, rinse, repeat. Everything else that you stress about in your business, all the other doodads, this is the nitty gritty, right? It comes back down to the basics of this. And the basics really are press play, drink your shake, read a book, right? And then everything flows from there. In the business, I talk a lot about progress and that I'm all about the progress game, okay? And what I tend to see is that a lot of times we want to know all the things. We want to have this perfect post. We want to have the perfect bio. We want to have the perfect, words for our story, a perfect song to fit the reel before we take action. And that imperfect action, that perfect inaction will go to your grave, right? How many ideas are buried 6 feet under because someone never, ever even tried? And that's not us. So I want you to be the kind of coach who takes messy action while you learn, and the kind of coach that when you fall down from taking messy action, because I think of it like running through mud, right? And inevitably at some point you're like it's a little sticky, it's a little weird. And at some point you might fall down and you might fall flat on your face in the mud. Are you the kind of coach that will get back up? Those are the kind of coaches you can't beat. You can't beat the person that never gives up, right? And so perfection prevents progress, but staying stuck will also prevent your progress. So keep getting back up and learn in this business how to get up faster and faster and faster, because you will fall down. It's the bounce back, right? So in this business, we cannot control a lot, but we can control so much. And far too often, I hear coaches when they come to me and they need help and they need support, it's typically an external thing that they can't control that's allowing them to be frustrated or disappointed, right? And the reality is there's so much in this business that we can control. And a lot of times we focus too much on the external things. So things you can control: pressing play every single day, committing to a program, whatever that looks like for you. If that's doing body workouts, if you're doing and following an actual program in Beachbody On Demand right now from start to finish, maybe you're training for the turkey trot. I don't know what that looks like for you, but you do. One of my best pro tips is that every time I do a calendar and I'm following it, I print it out, whether it's made by me or made by Beachbody, and I put it in a 8x10 frame from Target, $5, super simple. And then I track my workouts every single day. I love checking off my workouts. And what's cool is at the end of the year, there's like 12 calendars that took me through the entire year, give or take, right? And the cool thing is that just becomes consistency. Every calendar I put inside of that frame becomes another piece of consistency on my journey. And that's going to be your superpower too. Drinking your shake. I just got my peppermint mocha at my doorstep just now. Shameless plug, product of the month. It's so good. Tastes like Christmas. If you've never tried it, you have to try it. It's so stinking good. But drink your shake and learn about your shake. Do you know, like today on the team page, I shared some fun facts about BCAAs. You guys, I am not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a fit pro. I'm not a nothing, right? But I do my research and I learn about the kind of stuff that we have that we're putting into our bodies, because I want to know when I want to be confident when I talk about it. So drink your shake and educate yourself. Just like you flip over the cereal box, to read the cereal, like comics or whatever quiz that's on the back of the cereal box back in the day. I don't know if anybody did that as a kid, but I did. Just like you entertained yourself with that, entertain yourself with your Shakeology box. Flip it over. There's so much information on that little teeny box that will probably blow your mind of what's actually in your shake. And then do yourself a favor, and next time you're at something like GNC or any sort of health aisle at Sprouts or something like that, Whole Foods, go look at one of their protein powders and flip that bad boy over and do a little cross comparison, because the ingredients we have in Shakeology are there is none other. It's unlike any other shake on the market. No one can compare. So anytime somebody comes at me and they say, oh, I drink this shake, I say, will you take a screenshot of the label for me? And I make them send it back to me. And then I send them Shakeology and we do a little side-by-side comparison. Just like you can do a side-by-side of your body, you can do a side-by-side of ingredient labels and say, this is far superior. Look what you're putting in your body with this one versus this. That's why it has the price point it does, right? If I wanted cheap, I'd go to McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? And get from the dollar menu. So drink your shake, but learn about it. Posting on social media, you can control that. You can document your journey and control that. You can get on calls, control that. You can log into Win the AM. You can get a success sister, just like Ashley and Leah have taught us about. And you can connect with them and say, hey, every day at 12 p.m. Eastern time, let's get on Win the AM and crush out a power hour together, right? Like that's stuff in your control. Listening to trainings, if you can't be on them live, and acting as if, participating as if you were there, right? Daily power hours and doing your income producing activities, getting on our Tuesday power hours, being an active coach, your status of active and staying on your supplements, trying new supplements, testing out new flavors, it's all in your power. You can control that. I can't control if Sally stays on her supplements, but I can control that I do, right? I can control how I show up in my bod group. I can be the best challenger in my bod group. I can control what I read and what I listen to on a daily basis. I can control saying yes to things like book club. I can control when I reach out to my mentor or my success sister, right? Knowing that the waves of the internet work both ways, right? So if you're waiting for your upline to reach out to you, you be the one to reach out and say, hey, I'm struggling, or hey, I need help with this, right? Contributing to the team page and the Coach Collab page and cheering others on. This is a very, very small list of things you can control, but I think these are some of the best things you can control in this business. And so when you start to feel yourself pull, because inevitably you will at some point, right? When you feel yourself pull to those things that are out of your control, you have to hone it back in and look at that list, that massive list of, okay, what can I do today? Because I say it all the time on our team. It starts with me. It starts with me. I can't expect anyone else to do anything in the world. I can't, but I can control what I do. In our business, we have 4 vital behaviors. Okay, so this is for everyone, because this might be your sticking point. I don't care if you've been a coach for a day or a coach for a decade, there can be sticking points in these 4 vital behaviors. Just like a nurse would check your vitals when you go in to get, go in to get a health checkup, right? They would check your vitals to see what's working and what's not. And the things that aren't working, here's how you fix it. Okay. And so these are your vitals. Every day you have to hone in. Okay, did I take care of me first? Am I proof of the products? Which, if you're like, I don't know, that might be an area that's a little breaky. Okay, here's some ways to fix it. Committing to a program from start to finish. Print out that calendar. Get results. Use the supplements. Learn about the supplements. And be a part of the community, celebrating and recognizing and cheering on others. That's how we can be proof of this, of what we sell. Because with Beachbody, we don't just sell shakes and workouts. We really, the biggest thing we sell, my friends, is community. And so I add that to the list of being a part of the community as you first, because it is a product we have. It is what sets us apart from other companies and other fitness avenues that people could choose, right? Okay, the second vital behavior is that we share with others. We share our journey on social media daily. If you're getting on team trainings this month, I highly recommend that. We're talking all about social media all month long. Okay, and so every day on social media, sharing your journey, giving a behind the curtain view of you, peeling the curtain back and saying, this is what it looks like inside my bod group. This is what it looks like inside my team. This is why I love being on calls, right? And give that sneak peek. Be value driven and solution oriented. And daily I'm asking myself, would I join me? When I lay my head down at night and I reflect back on what I did, what did I share today? How did I contribute to my team? How did I contribute to my bod group? How did I contribute to my social media? I ask myself, would I stay with me? Would I keep me as a coach, or would I fire me, right? And if they're not with you yet, would they join you, or would they go join someone else? Okay. These are skills, you guys, by the way. All these vital behaviors are skills you can learn. So today you might not be comfortable sharing. Today, maybe you're not comfortable putting yourself first and getting in the rhythm of committing from start to finish and using the supplements and being a part of the community. These are skills we learn, though. I wasn't born with this gift. I didn't go to college for this gift either, right? So the best part about this is learned behavior. So if you're sitting here thinking, oh man, I'm not good at that, awesome. It's time to get better at it. Okay, the third vital behavior is connecting, which includes inviting other people to join us and following up. I love to connect with people. I love to reconnect with people. And every Tuesday, I share with you best practices of how I do that at 6 p.m. Central Time. So those are calls you want to plug into. Inviting people to do this with you. Okay. In the beginning of my business, it was very crucial that I had people with me for my own personal accountability. So if you feel like that, like, wow, I feel like I couldn't coach others because I can barely coach myself, you're the kind of person that needs more people with you. Because then, and we do it all the time, ladies, we will take care of other people before we take care of ourselves, right? And so if I know that I've got 3 people in my bod group, I'm probably going to show up to my bod group because I don't want to let them down, right? But if it's just me, shoot, I'll let myself down today. No one will know, right? We do that, ladies. We do that. And I don't wish we did. I wish we did not do that, but it's what we do. And so I find that inviting other people to join you keeps you on your journey. Following up is an act of love. Okay. And so a lot of times in the beginning of coaching, a lot of coaches will come back and say, oh, I feel like I'm pushing people, or I feel like, I don't want to bother people. But following up shows that you care. I feel like if I dropped an invite in someone's inbox and said, hey, I'd love for you to do this with me, and then I never said anything after that, I feel like that person would be like, well, she was just trying to sell me something. But me coming back into their inbox and saying, hey, I know life gets busy. Did you happen to see my message? Is this something you'd be interested in? Shows that I actually care, that I'm actually thinking about that person because I was thinking about them enough to get back in their inbox, right? So follow-ups show you care. And then we have to commit to daily action hours and checking off your income producing activities. This is where I missed the mark in the beginning of my business. And this is why I wasn't successful, is because I truly wasn't doing the vital connecting, inviting, following up income producing behaviors. I wasn't. I was sharing with others. I was being proof of the products. I was doing my personal development, but I was missing this third component. I was lying to myself and pretending like scrolling social media meant I was working my business. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case, and the numbers were the proof. So if you're a coach on this call tonight and you're struggling for Success Club, do the work. You got to do the work, right? Okay, last one is personal development and growth. I love reading books, but a lot of our busier gals listen to PD on their way to work. When I was a full-time teacher, I would definitely listen to things like the National Wake Up Call, team training replays, any audio books I was listening to, podcasts on my commute. And so if you have a commute where you have that space and those cracks in your day, absolutely. Now I love to listen to my podcast while I'm taking a shower or things like that. A couple books that are really great for you to read if you've never read them: Get Over Your Damn Self, Compound Effect, You Are a Badass. Okay. And then also in our personal and professional growth, I would include team calls on Mondays and national wake up calls, which are also on Mondays. And national wake up calls, you can download the Team Beachbody podcast and you can listen back, you guys, to literal gold from the top coaches from years and years past. So those I eat up every week for sure. Other ways you can stay connected and coachable. So every Monday, that national wake up call is at 10 a.m. Central Time. Leah does an amazing job of posting it to the Coach Collab every Monday. But if you miss the post there, you can go to Team Beachbody, TBB Coach 411 on Facebook and follow that page. You can also, like I said, download the podcast, the Team Beachbody podcast, and you can listen to the replays that way. Monday team trainings are 6 p.m. Central Time. This is, to me, becomes a non-negotiable when you're working this business. It's just like your boss told you, hey, we have a meeting at Monday at 8. And you're like, if I don't get on the meeting, I get fired, right? I'm not going to fire you. Your upline's not going to fire you. But you have to ask yourself, like I said, daily, would you hire you? Would you fire you? And I think if you're not getting on team trainings because there's a collision, that's a different story. But not getting on team trainings simply because you're not taking the business seriously, that's a very serious red flag to me. And that is like a number one no-no. So you want to stay connected. You want to stay coachable. You want to get on these team trainings because week after week, we have guest speakers. We have coaches on our team that are pouring best practices into you. And so if you want to level up and learn the business faster, team trainings are where it's at. Again, every Tuesday at 6 p.m. here in like 10 minutes, I host a weekly guided action hour. We also have other opportunities throughout the week to get on Win the Morning. So you have to keep your eyes peeled for coaches that are dropping, messages and things like that, because there are people that are hungry for this and they want to work with you. And so getting on and working together, it's amazing. Book clubs are Saturdays at 7 a.m. Central. We will not be meeting this coming up Saturday, but if you've never done a book club before, you can get on your very first one to end the year with us. We're reading The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Whoop, 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 yep. And it's all the information is over on Inspire Beauty, and I will be putting up event pages for that soon after this weekend. I didn't want it to get confusing. This weekend we have off. And then lastly, other ways to stay connected is your open Win the AM Zoom room. Guys, this is always open for workouts and for workflow. But I just find that my day is so much different when I sleep in and hit snooze and don't win my morning versus the days that I do. Okay. And so if you're one of those people that you're struggling right now to find time to work the business and find time to take care of you amongst all the other hats you wear, maybe it's time to set the alarm a little bit earlier and get on Win the Morning and have some accountability. So homework as we wrap up. Very simple. This is so stinking simple. Okay. Number one, pick a program and start it and complete it if you haven't already. You're going to go all in with that and document it on social media. So simple. Those two things are so simple. And if you're on this call right now, you probably already have been successful starting and finishing a program at some point, right? Because coach potential, we're already taking care of ourselves. So now it's like, can you go all in and really document this on social media without caring about what any internet troll has to think about it, you guys? That's the best part. Remove any inhibitions. I think of my social media like my fit accountability, right? Think of it like your fit diary. You're just documenting on your diary every day. And who cares what Aunt Sally has to say at the Thanksgiving dinner table? Because Aunt Sally, okay, first of all, yes, Charlie, thank you. Aunt Sally is crazy, but Aunt Sally don't pay my bills, okay? Her opinion don't pay my bills. And this is the big one. You're gonna complete your getting started checklist. Any coaches that are on here right now or listen to the replay, you're gonna get this PDF from your coach. And once you complete it, you get through it, there's information at the bottom. You can't really read it here, but once you get to step 4 on the bottom, you'll set up your first call or a call with your upline coach so that you can go over this, go over your vision, and then they will give you your month 1 checklist. Okay. I've been revamping and getting some new systems in place for getting started. And so this is the very first step, listening to this call, getting this PDF in your hand with your upline coach once you get off. And then from there, you'll schedule a call once you've completed it, and then they'll help you move on to some month 1 training and some month 1 best practices so that you can hit Success Club this month in November. Okay. Bonus points, open your first BOD group, right? If you don't have a BOD group open right now, open it, because here's the thing. What happens when Aunt Sally at Thanksgiving actually does want to join you? What happens then, right? When Aunt Sally says, you know what, you're right. I don't feel good in my skin right now. I need a little of what you're doing. Whatever you got, give it to me. What happens? Do you have a space for her, right? So you want to be the one to have a space when that person is ready. So open up and create your first BOD group. And the challenge, get off this call and go find one person to do this with you. Get that accountability, get that person that you're going to text and say, let's get on Win the Morning together. Let's, start and finish this program together this month. Let's run this group together, whatever you want that to be, but go find that one person that's going to link arms with you and run hand in hand with you. Okay. So pick a program, go all in, complete your PDF and set up that first call with your upline coach. And if you are up for the challenge, then you open that BOD group and add one new person into that group this week. Cool.